Thank you so much for joining me. Today we are going to do a simple jar spell for money. First, you'll need some sugar. You can use white sugar or brown sugar, or even do as I'm doing here and mix them together. If you'd rather use honey instead, that's fine too. Next, cinnamon. I like to use 3 cinnamon sticks, but if you only have ground cinnamon, use about a teaspoon of that instead. You'll also need some paper and a pen. While red ink is traditional, feel free to use any color you have. And don't forget a green candle. A little birthday candle is perfect for this because it will burn down quickly in one go. If you would prefer, you could use an LED candle. You can also skip the candle altogether if needed. You'll need a small, plain, empty jar. Any clean jar you have will do. Also grab some plain salt. Just table salt or sea salt is fine. Make sure there's nothing added to the salt. Lastly, don't forget matches or a lighter for your candle. Now that we have all of our ingredients together, let's get started with the spell. First, grab your paper and pen. Red ink is traditional because it represents the life force, but use any other color you prefer. Write your petition in a circle, connecting all the words like a single flowing word. If you lift the pen, just resume where you left off. Be specific about what you want, but also include the idea of this or something better to welcome even more abundance. If your petition isn't long enough to make a complete circle, don't worry about it. For this example, my petition reads, "Please increase my monthly income by 20% or more. Blessed be." Next, fold your petition paper toward you and keep folding until it's small enough to fit inside your jar. Open your jar and place the folded petition at the bottom. Next, add your 3 cinnamon sticks or your teaspoon of ground cinnamon to the jar. Then, pour in your sugar, or if using honey, pour that in slowly to avoid any spilling or mess. Screw the jar lid on top of the jar. Now take your green candle and secure it right on top of the jar. If you're using a wax candle, melt a little bit of the wax on the lid first. Now take your plain salt and make a ring around the jar and the candle setup. This salt circle will protect and contain the spell's energy. You can also create the salt circle before lighting your candle if that feels safer. Now it's time to activate the spell with words of power. You can chant a prosperity psalm if you like. Choose any prosperity psalm that resonates with you and recite it once over your spell. You can find a list of prosperity psalms in the Psalm Magic section of our website, arielscorner.com. Alternatively, you can opt for a short money chant. Recite the short chant 9 times in a row. Here's a classic money chant. Money, money, come to me. Money, come to me today. As I will, so mote it be. Once you've finished your chanting, take some nice, deep breaths. You can keep your eyes open or close them, whatever feels best for you. Imagine yourself already having what you've asked for. Relax and imagine this scene for about 5 minutes. Let the candle burn down and out completely in one session. Hide the jar somewhere in your home. Once your spell has manifested, take the contents of the jar and throw them away. Wash the jar and use it again for a future spell. And there you have it. You've completed your money jar spell. Trust the process and watch as abundance flows into your life. Blessed be.